Some wonderful, exciting news regarding my campaign for $1million.com. That's a campaign to teach 1 million people completely for free how to be better investors, where I have converted, you see my books over my shoulder, into little videos, little snippets every day through the Telegram channel. I give you free insights into the markets as the markets evolve, and just to make you better as a pensioner or as somebody who's got a SIP or an ISA, somebody who might be in their 30s, 40s, who's looking to make more of their money. So the fantastic news, what is it? Well, for the first time since we launched this about a year ago, we've taken the 12-month holding period that I always recommend for holding stock, and we've listed every single stock for September, because I'm speaking to you in October, so September's just completed. And we've looked at the 12-month performance because each month I update the list for the next 12 months. So from September 2020 to September 2021, how did we do? Well, around this video, you should be able to find the links and the performance and how each of the individual stocks did. And I'm pleased to say we averaged almost exactly our target, 40% per annum. That's the target return that I look for in my pension and my SIP and my ISA. Now, obviously, some years you get more, some years you get less. So how did we do it? So as a reminder, and if you want to learn more, go to campaignfor1million.com. As a reminder, the way it is done is this. We look at valuation of the companies. We tick that box. Revenue growth, tick that box. Earnings growth, tick that box. Dividend yields, tick that box. Cash flow, tick that. Consistency of performance, in other words, low volatility around a high average return, tick that. Outperformance of the market, tick that. And what that gives us is a very clear process, very simple, very much grounded in the research which has been done on investing and how it should be done and how to get a return. And around all of that has, well, the proofs in the pudding. And you might say, well, Alpesh, it was a very good 12 months. Yes, you're right. We had a great tailwind, but we made the most of that tailwind. As a result of that tailwind, we well outperformed the market. And that's the goal behind Campaign for $1million.com, is to teach people how to be better investors and to empower them how to do it and why they should do it that way as well. So they've got more control over their pensions and get better returns. It's not a stock tipping service. It's not there to try and crystal ball the future of the markets or say, oh, you should buy this, you should buy that, we're smarter than anybody else. No, it is to have resilient companies which, if the markets fall, won't fall as far because they're cash flow rich, they're growing in revenues, and which, if the markets rise, will rise. We're not guessing whether the market's going to rise or fall. What we're saying is, yes, we want to be in the market, we want these kind of companies so we're protected and we get rewards which outweigh the downside risks and volatilities that might happen. And the proof, as I said, is in the pudding of the various stocks that we picked. And from the US markets, from NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange, it was about 70 odd companies, there's ranging from the very, very large to the moderately large companies. And of those, I said the average was 40%. Now, if you picked a subset of those, maybe 15 of those, you might have done very well and got 100% return, as some of them did generate that. And if you picked and got unlucky and didn't, you might have got less than 40%. Because there's a level beyond which we can't just say, oh, this is the one company. And that's why we picked that universe out of 10,000 global stocks, narrowed it down to just 70 of the best of the best of the best who ticked every single box. Think of it like this. Each company is a CV. We're interviewing every company. And then what we're doing is narrowing it down to say which ones are the absolute best I would entrust with my retirement, because that's what a company is. When you buy shares in it, you're entrusting it with your retirement, or with my children's inheritance, because that's exactly what you're doing. And then pick those companies. Like I said, it's not stock tipping service. It's to teach you how to do it yourself, so you don't have to be a screen slave. You can tick those boxes. The data is widely available for free on the internet, and that's the problem. How do you create a process around that? So we show you the process for value, growth, income, momentum, cash flow, Sortino and Alpha. And then beyond that, we can be tactical. Once we've got that strategy and those 70 odd stocks, we might say, well, we're going to narrow it down to the top 15 or the top 20 based on what does some of the big gurus own? What do the Goldman Sachs say are also on their list? Is there an overlap? And so on. But that's a tactical decision for tweaking a little bit later on. Anyway, very excited. Just got the database. And, well, I think I'm going to celebrate. So enjoy looking at the data. Have a look at campaignfor1million.com if you want to learn more about how to be a better investor. It's all completely free, all the education information on there. So do have a look, check it out, and I hope to meet you in person someday as well. Thank you.